watching from, anywhere you're viewing us from, seeing or joining us from, we greet you in the name of God Almighty. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being part of this program this afternoon, this morning, this evening, this night. Depending on your location, I greet you in the name of God Almighty, and I greet you in the name of whatever God you believe in. I greet you in whatever name you know, you respect, and you serve. But there is no other God other than this God we know and we serve, God Almighty Jehovah Elohim. We greet you, and we greet you once again this evening as we continue to do the needful and we continue to move. We know the look face. We know the look face. Our own not to go forward, 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 and now forward ever, backward never. So this evening we could go into waiting to happen, how it happen, where it happen. So many things they go on, so many things that happen, so many things that para, like they use Islam, so many things that para. So if you never understand, you no go understand. Messi Akerende will lole go you I greet every other body, every other person that is in the that are watching, and those that are nolin in the world, I greet you, and I greet every other person that is here watching. I beg you, just try and like the video as you're joining us. We move. We don't get choice, but we must continue to do the needful. Because what we're doing now is what we must do. What we must do is something that you don't have option. There is no second option, and there will never be anything like option anywhere. When somebody tells you there is an option, you look at that person, you know the person is just lying, the person is a deceiver. So what we are doing is what we must do. Whether you agree with me or whether you are not agreeing with me, this is what we must do. It's very, very simple. So we are doing the needful. One thing we must understand is that our life is not less or less valued than other people's lives. This is what we must understand. Our life is as valued as the life of the Ukrainians. Our lives have the same value with those in United Kingdom, those in United States, those in European countries, those in Asia. Because when you cut my blood, not the same blood of the vein come out. When you cut their own, not the same blood the vein come out. Our life is not inferior to their lives. The same charter UN that covers them covers us. Unless they are telling us today that we are different, that Ukraine have the same, they have different law, they have different UN charter and the rules that governs them, while we have different one. In as much as we are being governed by the same UN, the same law, the same charter, that law you heard, like our prime minister explained, apply to you and me. So when you see Musa crying, telling you someone is not a human being, someone is that, someone is that, I will say it is funny. It is funny that what we see this day is a, a complete army that call himself a general, chief of defense of a nation, of a country, of a land, of a giant of Africa, coming to social media or newsrooms or news platforms every day just to cry over one man, Simon Ekpa. Is it not obvious that you've lost the battle? When you cry every day over something you have no solution to, that thing has defeated you, or definitely it has defeated you. Because you cannot be crying over something you can defeat. It's not possible. You cannot cry over things you can defeat. You can only cry over things you have no solution to. That's where you cry. That's why they say don't cry over spilled milk. Because when the milk don't enter ground, it don't work out, you cannot bring it back no matter what you do, no matter how you do it. That's why they say the spill milk don't spill. You no go cry over spill milk. It don't work out, it don't work out. Forget them, they go. And then that is it. So I want us to understand that when you see Musa crying, he is crying because there is nothing he can do. I want to tell you, if there is anything he could do, he could have done it. Do you think that somebody that cry and tell you you are not a human being, this Simon is not a human being, every day he come and cry, hey, you see this one, you think if he have a solution or possibility or means of going to Finland to bring Simon Ekpa, he will not do so. Somebody that has gone to organize social media conference, social media campaign, social media awareness, all in the name to stop Simon Ekpa, and he has never succeeded in stopping Simon Ekpa. Hey, you are making noise. He has never and will never succeed in stopping Simon Ekpa. Because Simon Ekpa, like we see or we have heard or we have seen, remains a mystery as he promised that will be only unveiled when Biafra comes. So when you see people crying up and down, crying here and there, this is, I still see 170-year-old man crying. You see, the problem with us is that we do not look back. When you look back, you will find out where you started from. Then you will find out where you are today. You will be able to tell yourself, are you making progress or not? You judge your progress from what you did, from where you are coming by looking back. If you don't look back, you no go be able to know how much distance you've covered. But when you look back like this, you say, hey, I've been able to cover 100 kilometers. Ah, there is hope. You still have strength. You will go forward. But when you continue to move, you don't even consider looking back where you're coming from, and somebody tell you, hey, all these years you have been working, you are still one place, you get discouraged because you don't even know what you have been able to cover yourself. So this evening, there's a video our Prime Minister posted this evening, and I saw the video, I cried. People again in oil producing community. In oil producing community, crying of their life, how miserable their life have been. You destroyed them. We watched the video, and then I stumbled into what do you call it? A Twitter space today, and they were discussing. We are Igbo. We are not Igbo. We are not Igbo. They want to make us Igbo. They want to deceive us to be Igbos. Look at. I wanted to ask them a question. They kicked me out. I laughed. Listen, by now, nobody cares about your tribe or your language. All we care about is freedom. It's not important you are an Igbo, you are Akwa Ibom, you are Calabar, you are Efik, you are Ibibio, you are Awushi, you are Igala, you are this. It's not necessary. The only language that's necessary now, the only tribe that is necessary now is the tribe that is free. If you are not free, your Igbo-ness is useless. Your Calabar-ness is useless. Your Ibibio-ness is your Edo-ness, your South-South-ness, your Klabari, your Bayelsa. Call yourself anything you want to call. It is useless. That's just true. The only language everybody should be speaking now is freedom. Freedom. It's not I am Igbo. What have Igbo given to you? Ever since you start claiming I'm an Igbo, I am a Calabar, I am a Wari, I am a Bibio, I am this. What has that given to you? Has that given to you education? Has that given to you hospital? Has that given anything to you? Nothing. No, nothing. Why do we go about dragging things that give nothing, will never ever yield nothing, never lead you anywhere? You argue, you are. I remember when I was in Lagos and Lawas, and every morning we come out, somebody that have the money will buy newspaper, sports newspaper, forgotten the name, will start seeing, especially when a new contract will be signed. Like by now clubs are signing new players from morning to night. If we see, they don't sign when they don't sign Cristiano Ronaldo to Real Madrid for 70 million, we will begin to shout. Hey, no! Why did they sign him for 70 million? Hey, Cristiano Ronaldo is not playing well. The other one will say, no, Cristiano Ronaldo plays more than 70 million. He worth more than it. This will be the argument for the whole day. You will sit there and argue for Cristiano Ronaldo that is there comfortably enjoying himself. Sometimes it results into fight. That is the same thing. It is still happening today. You will go where they watch ball. You see where they are watching ball on TV. Not on the state, not in the stadium. On television, they sit down, they are watching in the bar drinking. Hey, Manchester scored the goal. Manchester. The other one say, keep quiet. Why will Manchester win Atletico Madrid? Battle. Don't start. We are always fighting for things that will not bring anything to our table until we learn to fight for everything that will give us everything we need. Freedom. If it is not freedom, it is nothing. It's either freedom or nothing. There is nothing to be compared to freedom. Nothing. Bible said that what God prepared for the people that believe, that trust, that follow him, no eye, no mouth, nobody have ever seen, not even spirit. So that is when you see people telling you, I went to heaven, I saw mansions. I look at them, I laugh. So God is a liar. Is God a liar? God said that nobody have seen, nobody will see. You made the same Bible you read in, you a lie. You made the same God a liar. Make we forget that man, that matter. So what I am saying is, make we learn to argue, engage in argument that will yield goodness, favor, blessings to us. BMO dedem ndewo ekelenge ndewo nkuku bochoma. So let us not waste our energies arguing. Are you Igbo? I am from Calabar. I am not Igbo. And when somebody say he is not Igbo, I see them when it's not relevant. We are still in the era of the Vida rule. Remember, I see Ugoshire today. Remember, Ugoshire is the person that claim Hopos or them sent some policemen to attack him. Some people died on the process, his uncle inclusively, and the house were bombarded, everything. And fortunately for him, after destroying all the cameras, one was left undestroyed that they did not discover. And then when he opened the camera, he was able to discover the faces of those that came to his house, and he saw one face and everybody know a notorious police officer from Owerri Commander. I think Owerri Tiger Base or Owerri Base Tiger, I don't know where, but from Owerri anyway, capital of Imo. So, and this man, till now, nothing has happened to him. I was asking, why should Ugoshi in a problem now be how many years the president should sit and governor should sit? Election this, election that. Why is it that Ugochine having the power sitting close to the corridors of power now. Why is it that Ugochine has not gone to advocate for justice of what happened to him and those people that died in his house and that his uncle that died, and they seek justice on top of that man where come in house in the name of police officer? No, he's not doing it. All he is doing today is telling you how a government will be created, how the government will be new government, how we will have a 6-year term. We are signing the bill, 6-year term. Each president will serve 6 years without a second term, and governor 6 years, and the election this. I watch Ugochi and I laugh and I cry. Ugochine is too intelligent for this. What is the difference between somebody being there for 8 years and being there for 100 years and being there for 1 year? Because after him, listen, there's something people are not getting. People are not understanding something. Listen, after Tinubu, if you fail to fight for your freedom, if you fail to fight for your freedom, after Tinubu, another man is taking over. And whoever is taking over is not important. If Tinubu drops today, somebody takes over. Who is taking over? Does it make any difference? Is he going to stop the Fulani headers? Is he going to stop is he not going to change the narrative or change the situation that the people in the oil mining communities have no food to eat, have no water to farm, have no land to farm on, have no water to drink? And the Fulani man owe oil well, Hausa man owe oil well. Nobody from all the community are in abject poverty. They don't even have car. Nobody from the community have car. Why somebody that milks their land is flying on private jets, sending their mother to Saudi Arabia on private jets, sending their children to Australia, America on private jets? Why the people you suck the oil from their land have nothing? Nothing, absolutely nothing, completely nothing. They die of hunger, they die of sickness, they don't have school, they don't have electricity, they don't have land to stand on, they don't have land. Some of them live inside the water, like K2. Have you seen K2? Have you been in K2? You see, even in YouTube, go and check the people where they live inside the water, you will see them. Some of them live like that. Some of them cook inside the water. They don't have fish. When I look at them, sometimes I cry, I wonder, the children born in this area, what will their tomorrow look like? If Biafra don't come, we are finished. So anything you know you can do for Biafra to come, do it. That's why I call on all these people that claim they have powers. If you have power to call God, you can go to heaven and drink tea with God. You did not tell God that Nigeria is boiling to give you solution. Oh, I will start a prophecy channel with what I will open Facebook prophecy hour. Because what we are seeing these days, how can you go and see God and drink coffee and drink tea and shop breakfast with God when you are from a place that is boiling? Your church members are dying of hunger, no house rent to pay, no job, no school. You went and drink tea with God. What is the benefit of drinking tea with God? Does it benefit me? Listen, our people need to be delivered from so many things. So many things we need to be delivered from. The same you see Adeboye, hold on, let me search for it and bring it up. Let me search for it. The same Pastor Adeboye Hold on, it will be good I find it. Hmm? Pastor Adeboye. Just a moment. Because there are things that are better. Now, thank God I just find it immediately. Let it open. Let me show you this. Because when we they talk sometimes, they be like say we they just make fun of everything, or we try to make joke, or we try to blackmail people. When I tell you that some people are just taking advantage of others, we don't really get it. We don't want to get it. We don't want to understand it. We'll take them for granted. Now, when you look at the screen, what do you see? Kidnapping. Hold on, let me bring it up. Hold on. He said kidnapping. RCCG, Redeemed Christian Church of God Mission, petition Jonathan to stage 1 million march protest because of kidnapping. How many people were kidnapped during Jonathan? The Chibok girls. I don't know how many people. I think about 250 of them. About 250 of them. Then that time we see all of them, all the Yorubas, all the Yoruba pastors who came out, they protested, they stood against Jonathan, because Jonathan is an Igbo man. That is why today, when I look at these people that are claiming I'm not Igbo, I am Igbo, you see somebody from Ikwere, his problem is that you called me Igbo man and you accepted to be an Ikwere man. What is the meaning of Ikwere? Is Ikwere, what language is Ikwere? Is Ikwere Japanese language? They don't reason. Now I want you to take a look at this. Redeemed Church of God pastor, Redeemed Church of God pastor threatened to host or organize 1 million march against Jonathan, because Jonathan is an Igbo man. Today, because just 250 or 230 students were kidnapped by Chibok in Chibok. I think 200 and something, 200, about 250 students, girls were kidnapped. Chibok students were kidnapped. Everybody, Obama rose up, his wife released our girls. Jonathan is a bad administration. Did you know that Jonathan even went and they hired the foreign expert mercenaries to come and they find these girls by all means? But the Nigerian cabal said, if you try it, we go finish everybody, because you are calling for war. Leave Boko Haram alone. Everything for Nigeria as they manage. Now we are not going into this. I just want you to see that this is what is happening today. So when you see somebody, all these pastors stood there Bakari, they are not hosting campaigns again, they are not hosting rallies again for people to fill the street and protest against Tinubu, to protest against Buhari, to protest. How many people? We have seen 500 people kidnapped at once. We have seen 300 kidnapped many times, severally. Uncounted. We have seen communities lost, taken over. We have seen people taken over. We see unnumbered people lower down into the same pit in the name of mass burial. To the point that the people of community are telling you that police and the army should leave. Let them know that nobody is protecting them, because they saw police talking with the same people that murdered them. We've seen communities being taken over. We've seen life wasted, little and big. Nobody know the difference. We've seen Christians, pastors, churches raised down, members raised down, level down. Pastor Adeboye and the Tunde Bakare that led campaign against Jonathan during the Jonathan administration, they have never come out today to speak, to condemn, not to talk of going on campaign against the situation. And we are here. Hey, you, longest time, how you there? I hope you are good. You don't tell. You don't tell. Really, even for space, I know they see you again. I hope everything is okay. Now my fault. I know they are. If I say I go call person finish after, I go forget. Now be my problem. So forgive me. Because when I don't see you, I supposed to call you. I go say I go call you immediately. I go forget that. So, like I was saying, my people, thank you. So, like I was telling you, if you don't know where the rain begin, them flog you. You know go rain when you know go know when that rain will stop the flog you. This is just the simple truth. And the earlier we begin to accept this simple truth, the better for us. The earlier we begin to accept this truth, the better for us. I just want you to see this. I just want you to know that when you oh, say to go, say to go, can somebody see me? I don't know what in the happen here. So when you see me telling you anything, I they tell you from facts. I know they tell you because I just want talk. I they tell you anything now facts. I they give facts. That's why I they like if I they tell you anything, I go find either video proof or I go find newspaper proof will be Nigeria own. Put them there so you go know say I know thank you Nolini. So you go know say me. I know they deceive anybody. I know they do blogging. Hmm? Ah, okay, you're welcome back. And don't mind them. They're just a ban everybody. Even if you laugh these days, they go ban you. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. So, like I said, I think we should start with Musa. Let us watch Musa as he continue to. I just saw this on our Prime Minister's desk handle this evening. Let me listen to him. We go.
Mistakes. On the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, where the courts always have the final say.
Now, which court won't have the final say? I they ask. Which court? The man that your court is say make him go. I think he has been discharged before this man come to power, before they make up this fake general. I think say they don't discharge Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now my question is this: which court have that final say? Is it the court of Nigeria or court of Musa Alhaji Musa, or which court is that? Because me, when people come, you see, the problem we have is that when we listen to these people, without understanding them, you will believe they are saying the real thing. You know, no saying that deceive, evil, lie. Now they want use the trick you. Now go no, just watch every activity in Nigeria now. Military is in charge. You know, sometime last month or last year or early this year, I said something that military is about taking over this Nigeria. But people don't understand them. You the way to make military become the military head of state. And I wait you the wait before you know say that they are in charge. When military go to people's house to arrest them instead of police, when military is now mounting roadblocks instead of police, when you even have navy checkpoint, air force checkpoint, military police checkpoint, ordinary army checkpoint, every checkpoint in military everywhere. When you now see military doing bodyguards instead of police, when you now see military being security instead of police, you are still thinking or waiting to see or to believe that you are not in under what system of government are you running? If you are not under military administration, what administration are you running? No, I just ask, tell me now. You will go book, will go study book plenty, plenty. Tell me, which system of government are you running if it is not government, if it is not uniform government? Because only uniform government is the government that do what they want, how they want, when they want, the way they want it, and nobody question it. Is it not the same thing in Nigeria? In Nigeria, if you want to do demonstration, military go tell you don't come out. If you come out, you don't finish you, and if you come out, you don't disappear with that one. Many people disappear on daily basis. Nobody asks their whereabouts because even if you ask, you go disappear. Join them. Everybody's living in fear, abject fear. Issue of now they can when anybody want to gain your conscience, gain your mind, make when no, I dey tell you the truth. Even pastors, when any pastor want make you believe saying na good pastor, he go tell Nnamdi Kanu is a good man. Nnamdi Kanu go get justice. When any governor, policeman, or army man want to tell you anything and he want to get your attention, whether na lying the lie, he just want make you listen, make he buy you over, he go use Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu go. Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. He will be released. He will make judgment. We are going to Abuja. We are going to Abuja. We must see to his release. He has not done anything. It's just for you to listen to them. Nothing more. Nnamdi Kanu, for you to listen to them. I am happy that those days are gone when you will come and tell people that Simon Ekpa is evil and they will listen to you. Now go and watch. The only people that are condemning the activities of what the Prime Minister Biafra Republic government in exile is doing now or are doing now with his cabinet are the people that are against the Biafra restoration. No Biafran, even those Efulefu before that don't want to be part of what we are doing, they have been condemned. Now they have gone into hiding because they don't see say Egu go gear. Go gear. I know it's ever hand before. And they are seeing it and they have come to realize that the earlier I shut my mouth. And the ugly part of it is that when you see most people talking, you think they are very smart and intelligent. They don't go vote, they don't go do their ID card, and you are still they deceive people. Just the same set of Nigeria mentality. That time, is it not Femi Kayode or who was telling people, don't take a vaccine, HIV vaccine. Why he has gone behind to take the vaccine? And he came back and tell people not to take, which is very wrong. He got talk They will go behind and take it and come back and tell you, don't vote, don't vote. But they don't go vote too. I pity those that do not vote. Because, I used to say that someday your vote will not be relevant. And now, all the vote is needed for is for everybody to participate. But as for whether the real number of votes that are needed to pass Biafra referendum, self-referendum voting, we have gotten it. The PM has gotten what he needed, but now is opportunity to everybody to indicate their willingness to leave Nigeria for Biafra. It is left for everybody to decide what they want to do. And I am so surprised that the people that mostly want this freedom are those from homeland. Now, most of us that are in diaspora, most of us that are in diaspora are not bothered about this freedom. I wonder why. Because we love being slaves in another man's land. You love washing toilets and washing roads and cleaning road. Upon say you be graduate, you go another man land, go they do clean dustbin. Even dustbin na better job now. Who want give you? Now carton you go there pack for industry. You go for factory, you go there pack the carry smith. You don't know say that they do bricklayer for here. If they give you job, make you they go carry smith, you can't give people where they left block. Now better job here. And you see Nigerian graduates, they come here, they appreciate that job. So why won't you support freedom? Why you no go support freedom? Why? Why won't you support your freedom? You will see somebody that they buy your chem petrochemical engineering, this, that. You are here in Europe doing weather. You are here in Europe doing one menial job or one useless job, one sick and high job you would they do. Some men no locho. So you know say men they do locho. You don't know. You don't know. Men they do locho have hura la ohan tunike. The same way women they do their own, and so men they do their own. That's so it be. You see men graduate, they come here. You see women, they came here and what they didn't do because you have been frustrated out of your land. And now you have the privilege to sit down for once as a graduate you are and exercise your right for once. The first time in your life you will vote, unless you have voted in diaspora before. But if you've not, this is the only first time in your life that your vote will count and be valid. Not that they go count out for your face to wear for back. The first time your vote will be counted and they remain counted and the value will remain. You say you don't want vote. I pity you. Let's listen to him. He said as for Nnamdi Kanu, he will be released.
Mistakes. On the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, where the courts always have the final say, we just obey what the court says. So if the court says this is that, we just obey. But we want to also appeal people. There are people that have continued to sponsor these people by contributing money. And you can see that they are not.
Are you getting what I'm saying? When he want to get your attention, he will use Nnamdi Kanu first. Now he have drawn your attention by telling you he will be released. Nnamdi Kanu will be released by the court, as if court has not released him. Why are you still keeping him? So he has told you that now your attention don't focus. Hey, so this man true they believe he won't make the release Nnamdi Kanu. I say the general chief of the if they talk true now, then they call they tell you the main thing that made him begin to tell you the cocoa. Now me want tell you now. Stop sponsoring Simon Ekpa. Stop sponsoring Simon Ekpa. He is not a human being. Simon Ekpa is not a human being. He is Lavieta. He is so many puro. He is a carnivoro. He is Vorika. Boro. He is Poro. He strategy of distraction. They distract you to tell
Only
you.
killing people outside there, they are also killing their own people. So you are giving funding somebody who is also killing you, and I think that would be for foolishness. So all we appeal is.
He said that how can you be sponsoring those who are killing you? I want to ask a question. If you know Musa, ask him, say, before they employ him for general, where is a chief of defense general, where he be now, before they give him the position, chief of defense general, 4 years ago, what was happening in Biafra land, in the southern region of Nigeria? What was happening? Was anybody carrying arms? Was anybody carrying arms? Was there anything like Biafra Liberation Army? Even ESN. So why? You know, I'd always talk issue warrior. Shọpụta ihe kọsụrụ the ọrịa. When you want to treat any illness, find out the cause. So that when you treat the illness finish, the illness no go come back. Somebody where they get some always headache every time headache. Maybe if they use glasses as I dey use my glass now, I go dey get headache, I go drink paracetamol, e go cool down, tomorrow e go start, e go dey continue until you go and find out what is the cause of this headache. They come tell you say, that glass wey dey use you, your eye don change, you suppose change your glass. If not, the headache e go continue. If you think say you wan drink medicine, you go drink am, e go stop 5 minutes, e stop. That is what they are doing. You cannot stop Biafra. This is what you must understand. Gbara ọgwụ Biafra gbanye ha ka ha ṅụọ. Simon Ekpa is a human being, he no be demon. Give am wetin he want, he go leave you. Very simple.
These people should stop supporting them, expose all those ones doing those things, especially people like Simon Ekpa. He's sitting down there in comfort. Some countries are encouraging him to do what he's doing to Nigeria, and we are here supporting him. So people must desist. We must call what is wrong.
Whenever have you watched Musa to find out that anytime he want to mention our prime minister's name, when he reach there, especially not that he don't know the name, he will pretend to be looking in the book to remember the name. Especially people like he will better Simon Ekpa. Tension. That was what he was doing when a Shehu of Channel Television asked him, "Are you worried?" If not that Shehu is on public, the right question should have been, "Are you afraid or are you scared?" Because at this point, what you can see is fear. No, jokes apart. When he speaks, all you are seeing is fear of the defeated. Fear of the defeated is everything you see. You don't see anything like solution. You don't even see anything like confrontation. The only thing you see is fear. Fear.
Wrong. But I know that we're taking efforts to ensure that we secure the whole of Southeast, and we'll continue to do that. We regret the souls have been lost. If you see the way they have killed, these guys are not human beings. They are eating flesh. We have seen them doing cannibalization. We have seen them doing cultism and all these things. So it is nobody.
He said they have seen them doing cannibal. How manage you sit down with them, go see them, they do cannibalization and the cultism? I don't know. Because there is something we must understand. There are cultists everywhere. There are all these boys that are into cultists, something, the fetish, this and that. When you go and they raid their camps in the forest, you will say you have raided IPOB, Simon Ekpa, they say Simon Ekpa boys. Simon Ekpa don't have any boys, so let that be clear to and be well known and understood to everyone. Simon Ekpa, the Biafra Republic Prime Minister, the one Oda, the Ekpoki, Opato Obiye, the Egu ndị ajọ mmadụ, Egu Musa. Owero boys, he has no boys. He don't have anybody. He is a Biafran, just like you, just like every other person. We, you, including you, every Biafran, we all together have our Biafran army that is defending our land. That is so wow. We don't have boys, we have army. We have army, and in this army you have navy wing, you have a force wing, you have marine wing, you have all of them. We have army, complete army. Okay? So when you say boys, I don't know what you mean by boys. So probably you because when anyway, since this week, if you have been on Twitter, you see that they run, anyway, make I not go there, make I leave them. I go do that one different. So when they close them, I go don't say that the program they close. So they are falling anywhere. They run into battle and they fall in the battle. That is it. That is it. We must continue.
Nobody should ever support such kind of people. Because the more you support them, it's like growing a monster, he will come after you. It's just a matter of time. We have seen that happen over and over. So I want to appeal to everyone, never, for whatever reason, for whatever gains you think, support such people. Mistakes.
They are panicking. They are panicking. That music that say, I see them falling. The walls of Babylon are trodden down, down, down. The walls of Babylon are trodden down. That is where we are. That is why everybody must stand up and fight. We don't get anything to lose but our freedom, and we cannot lose our freedom because that is what we are fighting to keep, because that is what men have sacrificed their life to give us: freedom. Freedom. That is what Mazenam Dikano have surrendered to. He refused to accept any other thing but continuously demanding for freedom. That is why he remained there. Not for his own freedom. If he wanted his own freedom alone, if you don't collect something like a Wazwika Waka, go sit down somewhere and enjoy yourself. But he said no. You want freedom for everybody. We need this freedom. And that freedom, God will give it to Nnamdi Kanu. It's no man that this battle is not of any man. That is why when they come, they cannot stand, because God by Himself is doing the needful. Himself, oh, no man, no man, by no, now God Himself, the fight. But it does surprise me that people are not getting they are not seeing the handwriting on the wall that God is indeed in charge of this battle. They are not seeing it, they are not understanding it. God is in charge, and with God, we have won this battle. With God. Hold on, no be I want. See this 70-year-old man. Make you watch and make you see. Because some people they till now they never wake up from their slumber.
I'm in my Simon Ekpa. He done dey try to declare Biafra since when I did my 30s. Now, I'm in my 80s. He's still promising you Biafra. I don't understand. This Biafra he has been promising you since when I was in my 30s. Now I'm in my 80s, he's still promising you Biafra. When will it come? Simon Ekpa. He done dey try to declare Biafra since when I did my 30s. Now, I'm in my 80s. He's still promising you Biafra. I don't understand. This Biafra he has been promising you since when I was in my 30s. Now I'm in my 80s, he's still promising you Biafra. When will it come? Simon Ekpa.
Now look at this man. What do you they see? When you just look at this man, what you see the kind useless talk where somebody that talk. You see the kind talk where somebody they open mouth they talk. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. People with no vision. People with no understanding. All they are living their life for is to deceive people. I don't know whether I die awake. You you ask better question. I don't know. If you like say they sleep, oh, honestly, if you like say they sleep, well, Martin Dan the Carlos say, now when a foolish man grow old and born, give birth to children. No, he said when a foolish man grow old, he will become a foolish elder. Hey, with the missing them the kind of voice though. Because a man today smell, he get epilepsy, they do am for, he get verbal epilepsy. Yeah, he is sleep talking. Hmm? He is sleep talking. Honestly. Because when you see somebody like this, I have said it. If you don't know what to do, you are not even in support. I don't have anything against you if you don't want to support Biafra, because probably you have seen something like fear engulfing your brain and your mind and your mental capability. Go and stay one place, no problem. Nobody will fight you. But where our problem with people is when they come out and begin to speak like this thing here, speaking. I believe this man is a father to people. How will your children see you talking like this? How will your children? Because they say internet, do not forget. Internet does not forget. Internet we never forget. No matter how this video clean, Sunday somebody wake up and go bring them out. In next years to come, maybe one of his son go come out. I am coming to be a senator. I'm coming to campaign for senator. Somebody wey now go just throw the video. Bam. No be your papa be this. Now your papa fight against the coming of Biafra. Even make fun of coming of Biafra. Now you want. I'm telling the truth. I'm just telling the simple truth. Because these are the things we don't even know. Like where I come from, there's this man, we are talking about kingship. And this man begin to support opponents. And then somebody, he was talking in public, in public. He was talking in public and somebody stood up and tell him, not to sit down. He said, why should I? Don't think that. I said, sit down. You are not from this clan. He said, you are not from our community. You shouldn't talk where we are talking. Everybody was surprised. They said, he said, no, because his grandfather came back with his mother while the grandfather was little. The mother brought him back. So he is from another community. He should not put man. And the when people say, yes, it's true, the man woke up, stood up, and walked back away. Because in the matters of the community, you should have no say. Especially when it is a delicate issues. Biafra now they delicate. If you don't get anything where you go talk, keep your mouth. Make you not take your mouth or your face go commit evil. We go haunt your family tomorrow or your loved ones tomorrow. I tell you the truth. We are now in critical time. We must be careful what we say, how we say it, what we do, how we do it, what we call for, how we call for it. I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. No, no, leave. He didn't say how old is Simon Ekpa that he said he says he did 39, he did 80. That means if after 50 years, Simon is not up to anyway, he just making fool of himself anyway. So he should not take our time. Okay, no be fault. What Bishop of the Most High agree you. He said na sleeping matter, na sleeping fault. No be fault, na sleep fault. Make we look at him again. Because in dey sleep, true true. Look.
Simon Ekpa,
Mm.
he don dey try to declare Biafra since when I dey my 30s. Now, I'm in my 80s. He's still promising you Biafra. I don't understand. This Biafra he has been promising you since when I was in my 30s. Now I'm in my 80s, he's still promising you Biafra. When will it come?
Oh.
Simon Ekpa.
Hey, some people, I never see, I never see this kind thing. Honestly, some people no know wetin they do. Now this kind thing, Jesus look finish, he say, God, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. And when you sit down, look, you go find out saying that truth. They don't know what they are doing. Honestly speaking. Now, okay, there's this a soldier shoot himself 2 weeks to retirement. He go kill himself. I don't know why he mought himself now. Why wait till he don't tire for life? No tire, continue. And like I'm telling you, woto continues, and voting continues to happen. Hmm? Biafrans are voting.
Today, the 18th day of June 2024, the media unit is here live and direct in Ozano polling unit to capture the people that came out in mass in this neighborhood to cast their vote in the second phase of Biafra self-referendum. Remember, today is Tuesday, the 18th day of the month of June 2024. You can see even the women, in spite of their condition as a pregnant woman, she's here to tell the world that the suffering is enough, that we want to go. Biafra referendum, second phase, ongoing, here in Biafra land. You can see them, everybody having his card in this neighborhood called Ozano polling unit. The media crew, we are here. After here, we are moving to the next polling unit. We want to see what we can do to capture everything that is happening in this part of the world. For the world to know that we are truly ready to go. We mean business. When we say we are going home, our people here in Biafra land mean business. They are part of the agreement because we are the people that are paying the price. The suffering is much. You can see them. This is Ozano polling unit in Biafra land. The media units are here to capture the activities of the ongoing self-referendum here in Biafra land. In this neighborhood, they are not smiling. They mean business. They troop out en mass with their voters card in this second phase of Biafra self-referendum. Today, the 18th of June 2024. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday, the 18th of June 2024. In this second phase of Biafra referendum. You can see it. This is not film trick. This is not packaging, but this is live and direct here in Biafra land. Biafra second phase referendum ongoing. Here is Ozano polling unit in Biafra land. Our people, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, we appreciate you. Our Prime Minister, Ekpa, we are behind you. De facto government homeland, we are seriously part of the business. This is our people. They are here to cast their vote in the ongoing Biafra self-referendum. They are going one by one after the another, to cast their vote
like I said, sorry, I didn't know I was muted. This thing, all you are seeing is for record purpose. Nobody will say that people were forced to vote. Hmm? Every day people are voting. You can't count how many numbers of videos we have seen that where people were voting. Eh? We have seen number upon number where people were casting their vote willingly, oh, willingly. Not a place where you will come and tell me that somebody was forced to vote. Nobody was forced. Everybody went to vote willingly, and they have been voting ever since the last 2 or 3 months. They have been voting, and until now that we are here, Biafra land, like you, if you were listening to the commentator, he was telling you that we are paying the price. We are the ones paying the price. Those in homeland are the ones paying the price. Now, when you see people sleeping and talking, there are people sleeping and talking from overdose to burger from another man's land. There are people that go to social house and they eat, they don't work. When you go to Canada, you go to America, you sit there, all you do is to wake up in the morning, you go to social and wash your face. Even you don't pay house rent. Some of them sleep in the social house. When they sleep in social, wake up in social, you don't pay for rent, you don't pay anything. Social is you eat free. After when you no go sleep, they talk now. Eh? That man you see, 80-year-old man, you think say that somebody, they sleep, they talk. Social, so now as a social, he cannot say people that eat freely. Hmm? Because free, I will for a book good. Because the only thing he is thinking, I go leave this free food, free house, free accommodation, everything free. Even they go box in pocket free. Join them every week. This free where they shop, they enjoy. Say make I live and come they go talk Biafra. I beg I go eat, sleep, enjoy myself. Simon. Just imagine a human being, oh, hey, abomination, arrow man. Hmm? Arrow man. I'm telling you the truth. Arrow man. We must continue. So the voting is going on, and the voting will continue to go on. I don't send you the video. The voting will continue to go on. We no get choice. So remember, we no get any choice. So now, quickly, I want make we see the life of the people in a community where this oil is being taken from. Meanwhile, if you see waiting they go on waiting they go on in uh, um waiting they go on in Biafra land, you see what happening everywhere. Hmm? This one good to make you follow see you. What's going, Musa? See this one, oh. I see this one. I say make you follow laugh. Don't believe me, go laugh. Hmm? Where they, how I go and do I make you see her well? If they see him, he say chief of farming staff. I don't know the paper where write am. Hmm? I don't know how I want to make it big, so you go fit see am well. Agree. Chief of Army Staff, Labaja. So he say Chief of Army Staff, Labaja raises alarm, say Nigerian soldiers suffering from battle fatigue. Who give them them substance wey they eat. One sef. Hey, not the way person no go see you. This one dey funny. E dey funny, my dear. No blame me say I dey laugh o. The thing e get as e be now, e dey very very funny. So meanwhile, meanwhile, the battle dey go on. The battle dey go on. The battle dey go on. Woto woto dey go on. People dey fall every day. People dey enter bags every day. People dey fall inside bags every day as I am talking to you. The Biafran army dey do mighty work. I dey tell you, our Biafran army dey do excellent job. That's just the simple truth. They are doing marvelous work. So if you don't know, make you know. I don't know this. So our the woto continues, and the woto they go on every day. And I want to tell you that the woto no they stop. Like you hear Mazanan the Kalo said that the the flag has been raised and it is not coming down until Biafra comes. So now waiting you go understand be that one until Biafra come. This flag where you see where they fly for up, you know they stop until Biafra come. People are not stop demand. People will not stop demanding for Biafra. I tell you the truth, because when you look, you see that the people. When you watch this video now, see the people that you see the kind of life they are living. You see the kind of suffering they are going through. You see the kind of pains they are going through. These are people that are most people you see here are graduates. They ended up village champions. Some of them are teaching in one village primary school that do not pay them salary, secondary schools that do not pay them salary, nurses and whatever midwives that do not get salary because we have been forced or frustrated into suffering. Today, Wike, Jagaban Wike is suffering a hell of whatever he has sown. You see, let me tell you, this life where you see, no matter what you they do, one day the people wey no dey fit talk before, you go do them, they go open mouth by force talk. You remember in the Bible that man donkey one day open mouth to tell us say this way the force me make I go, I no dey go anywhere. Na so e be. The River State people allowed Wike to do whatever, mismanage everything, do loot everything, and the Wike finished and left and still want to continue his suppression. And then the people are raising in that in River State today. What they are carrying gun, they are shooting gun, they are pulling down every wicked status there in the River State. They put you down. Now for you to understand where we dey and where we dey go, I want you to understand that we no get choice but to continue to do the needful, and we must do this needful until the needful get the right answer. The needful get the right answer and the right explanation. If not, nothing that happen. We no go stop. We no go stop at anything. We are not going to stop. We must continue. We must continue. Now there me I dey. Where I dey now where we must continue. So hold on.
The youth and women of Ofiominama arrived at town hall in adherence to the town crier's summons. It's strange to see them with farming and fishing implements with the day barely half spent.
Now, these people where you they see here, these people you are looking at are the people that oil are being extracted from this same ground where you see that community where you see this community. All these women now, their children don't go to school because they have no school. You go listen to their story, you go cry them. You go listen to their story, you go weep them alive. The same people that their land, that their own land, not that they were sent to live there. This is their land that God Almighty has given to them. Produces oil. You go there, you steal the oil, you subject them to abject poverty. They never mind. They were okay, but you spoil their land on top of it. You pollute their water. Use bad chemical upon their land. What are you thinking? And when they cry tomorrow, you go there, you go level everybody down. This is the kind of thing that happened in Okwama. This is the kind of thing that happened in Uguta. People demanded explanation. People demanded for their right. People demanded for freedom, life. The life you did not give them. You are tormenting that life. The environment have been polluted because somebody chooses to be wicked. Extremely wicked. Somebody chooses to be wicked. Somebody chooses to play the role of evil. Somebody chooses to play the demonic, satanic role against them. Why? What have they done? Because God blessed them and placed them in a strategic areas where the mineral resources have been traced. Then you choose to punish them for it. Now then create themselves. Ofonye na emoji equal or say almost serious and warm. Now them create themselves. Did they ask God to create them and put them there? God created them and put them there for a reason, not best known to God. You cannot punish them for what God has given them. You cannot destroy them and subject them to pain and suffering and penury, damnation for what God has given to them. Look at the life they are living because they are blessed with oil. Look at the people, their land. Some of them, where they go do farm, where they go do farm cassava, farm cocoyam, farm yam, all you did there now. Some Nigeria don't sell them, or Nigeria don't they take them do their oil well and co. Now they don't have not that when you take the land you give them any compensation. No, when you take the land, you send them. If they want go to hell, it no concern you. And when they ask, you say they fight soldier, level them down. This is the same thing that happened in Odi, that made Obasanjo to send soldiers to level everything, even ants, even no. Listen, Obasanjo went and carried out that attack in Odi. After that attack, no single leaf grow there for years. Today we have forgotten that one. We are moving on. This is our problem. We don't have reasons to fight because we don't want to remember where we are coming from. If you remember where you are coming from, you will know that you have every reason to fight. If you remember that you were coming from a place you cannot go back to, If you remember that you are coming from a place where you are blessed, mightily blessed, and yet you don't know what blessing look like. You have never witnessed blessing. Most of these people here have managed to send their children to school, and after school their children become what do you call them, asari dokobo boys, and they become tompolo boys, and they become one of those boys in the creek because you deny them the opportunity to work in the oil companies. Are they not supposed to be the first, the priority? They go first take every position before any other person because it is their right. This one no be right to say na their God-given right, but you took it away from them. And when somebody asks now, they go say level them down, and you will see your CDS coming to say we wanted to level them down. If not that people were no, they don't reason before they come to, they don't think before they come and talk in the public. Imagine the chief defense officer of a nation coming to national television to tell you our aim was to level the whole community down if not for the intervention of people. Just imagine you, general, saying you would have leveled the people down because your soldier went there on illegal business. They went there on illegal bunkering, and the people they did business with, they shop them because they wanted to shop them. You see, waiting there for illegal businesses as you are planning to shop your enemy. If you dey into business game, you dey plan to shop your opponent. Your opponent dey plan to shop you as well. They dey vigilant. So once you make a move, he go make a move. Who will win? That's what it be. So I want you to calm down. Listen, I'm not going to pause the video again. I want you to watch the video from beginning. After the video, then we'll talk. I want you to give it your attention. Listen as we go.
The youth and women of Ofiominama arrived at town hall in adherence to the town crier's summons. It's strange to see them with farming and fishing implements with the day barely half spent. The faces of the women conceal a deep hurt associated with their socio-economic lifestyle.
This fire when it starts since February, I tell you say food no day, no fish, no crayfish, no isam for bush, even Ingbe oyster self no day, even in this Nangolo, everything seafood, we no dey see them again. If we go, we come with empty hand. Even one self, we need the cash.
The chemical for the river was, as you see us with the vest.
What did they take the chemical do?
To carry quench the fire, and the chemical kill everything for the river. They won't kill us for hungry. If you look at our children, you go see small things them for their body. Now all these things they cause them. We don't know how this kind of sickness they carry come inside this community.
The Ofiominama River is saline in nature, presupposing a different source of drinking water, which again is a distasteful reference point.
Water where we dey drink na Fanta. We dey talk about water. How woman be go live without water?
Na Fanta say it is sweet or na the color.
E no sweet. E no get taste. Light no dey. Water no dey. We dem try give us water na Fanta. Salt water na dem dey still dey pump for us. Make woman be drink. Make children drink. See children. Because of money, they no go school. Nothing, no food for us. See as the village dry. Because of say nothing to eat. All our children they sick. Nurse, we go come nurse, give us a tablet. Money sef no dey. Shit, the children they shit. Now so we dey see, now so
Our belly not so because we not get another water. And this water we still dey drink.
From Ofiominama, the object of pain could be seen from a distance, with images of what I had seen playing in my mind. I waved goodbye to the women at the shore. With the youth leading the way, we drive from the community into the winding creek. It's very easy to trace the trouble spot because the smoke serves as a guide. You can see it going skywards. The smell of crude is very pungent, very strong down here. Now look at this. We're not yet at the trouble spot, but look at the mangrove and look at the water. Ah, man, this is a sad reality of high-level pollution. And that is what the people of Ofiominama community are going through. Just few meters further into the creek, the fire becomes more visible on Alakiri Well 9 of OML 18. The people say the well is operated by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited after its February 24, 2023 takeover from Eraton, who had initially acquired it from Shell Petroleum Development Company on the 16th of May 2015.
Then bring the well controllers in order to close the well, but we stayed there, wait for them to complete the assignment, but rather they pull all the instrument that is holding the gas to come out. Then the next day when we come and try to work on the well, then the fire came out.
26th February 2024, this fire occurred. We are informed the company, the NNPC and the board director chairman, which is Chief Amange Sunday. We have not seen anything done in this fire. Look at the chemical they use to quench the fire. Everything has been killed. We are seeking for the federal government to intervene.
We have reported this issue since when the fire broke out, 26 February, but nothing has been done. We need the state government and federal government to come to our aid. We give the NNPC 2 weeks, else we shut down everything.
It appears it's a season of untamed fires on rivers close to oil-producing communities in Nigeria. Look at this one here in Ofiominama. It is likened to what is happening on the Atlantic Ocean, very close to Awoye, in a larger local government area of Ondo State that has been raging for 4 years and counting. Now this is about 5 months old. The Rivers State government at this point in time needs to work with the federal government and of course the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to extinguish the fire and provide some succor for the people whose agrarian lifestyle has been rudely interrupted, and maybe also provide some medicines for them to regain their health. From Ofiominama community, Okrika local government area of Rivers State, Ofieteme George, Arise News.
Okay, now, before we go to the other part of the video, there's something you must understand. I want to show you something because as we are busy listening, our attention may not get to that place. That's something you must see. I want you to see. Now, number one thing I want you to witness is this. Before you go to this community, you must enter this their canoe. These people are isolated. They are isolated. These people are supposed to be living in what is called island, that used to be a beautiful place that every rich man longed to live in, but their own is forsaken island because God have blessed them. Number one. Another thing I want you to see is
images of what I had seen playing in my mind. I waved goodbye to the women at the shore, with the youth leading the way. The women
Not see children in water.
again, different supposed nature.
Know how this kind of sick, all these things they cause them. We don't know how this kind of sickness they carry come inside this community.
now, if you are looking now, you will see the houses. Their houses is inside the water. Their houses is inside the water. That thing you see there, now somebody mansion. And the video was not meant to cover for us to see the kind of life people are living there, just to get the news of the particular news he went there to cover. And this is the kind of news I call investigative journalism or investigative report. This is the kind of news we call journalism work. Oh, not be the one you go sit down for office, you no do anything. And this man that did this did it because he is from that area. He did it, he covered it because he is from there. Now look at where people are living. People are living there. And I want you to see the water. Let me see the water. Let's see where the water is. You see the water they drink. Now, you see, this water is what they drink. That was why the woman said that the water has become Fanta, oil polluted water. Their children are dying. We are not talking of they don't go to school, they don't have telephone, they don't have light. Those ones are normal thing that is it has become a normal thing from generation to generation of their people. Now, this is the kind of water they drink there. If you look, you will see some scales inside that water. It's crude, polluted water, polluted environment, polluted air, polluted everything. You heard them tell you that their children have some boxes on their body and they die. No money to take them to. And beside, before you go to hospital, you have to leave the community. And before you leave the community, you have to leave by boat. What about when emergency rises in the middle of the night? What you could do? You did not give them good ship. You did not give them good boat. You don't give them anything. Electricity they don't have. Telephone they don't have. They get back to children that will go to school. They suffer to train their children to school. At the end of it all, their children will not benefit a dime from their dying community. Why we milk them? Why somebody is there milking them day in, day out? Look at the water they drink. And there is something you must understand. In this same water, they poop. In this same water, they piss. In this same water, they draw to cook. They draw to bath. They draw to eat. They draw to drink. This same water. Yet, as if that's not enough, somebody went and polluted it. And you don't care. And you don't give a damn. It's not your business. After all, if they want to die, may they die. Now, waiting be your own. Now, when you look all these people finish, If you don't have any reason to fight, you know, say you know be human being. I just tell you the truth. If you look at these people and you have no reason to stand up and fight, you don't have reason to do your donation, you don't have reason to encourage people to go on. You need this freedom, but you will see beside, because you are in America, because you're in Canada, because you are in Europe, you will sit down to discourage the effort and talk down the effort of people. You will sit there to talk down and discourage people. Do you know how many men that go into battle on day come back bruises, shot, and die? Do you know? They are human beings as well. This is why everybody must stand up now. You must stand up now. I want you to just put yourself in the shoes of these people. Say na your mama dey there. Say na your auntie dey there. Say na your nephew dey there. Say na your cousin dey there. Or say na you dey there. How would you feel to wake up and somebody Sunday will come to tell you that one of the people that own the oil well in your community, their children go to school with private jets. They send their mother to Saudi Arabia with private jet alone, their mama alone. Their children goes weekend holidays in Dubai. How will you feel if you get the weapon? Will you sit down and watch them? Unknown gunmen. More are coming. More are coming. More are coming. I just want you to understand. Now, before you, this is the only way you leave the community from. One door, one gate to inside to outside the community. You are coming in from here. You are going out from here. These things you see here are their Mercedes Benz, are their Rolls Royce, are their, what do you call it, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Call them by name. Now their own be this. If they see as they pack them, that is it. They see them, you see them, those are their Ferrari, Lamborghini, SUV, and they name them. That's it. This is where their life end. When they see somebody that come to the community, to them it's like they have seen God. We continue.
I guess you might say, if you're looking for the definition of hell and the combined, situation that you have both in Ondo State there, where this wellhead has been on fire for 4 years, and this of your Dimana that Oviateme just reported on. What else could you describe as hell, if not that? Well, let's bring in Dr.
Did you hear the woman? You hear what the woman said? There is nothing else to be described as hell if not this. That is why I said, after watching, as you are watching this video, if you can share it, share it. If you can share this video, do. If you cannot, try and like this video. I'm begging you, try and like this video. If the newscaster can tell you that there is nothing more to describe like hell, as hell, if not the lives these people are living, why won't you fight for your freedom? Why won't you donate? Why won't you give towards the freedom towards the restoration. Why won't you vote? Why would somebody be sleeping from another man's table, another man's free? And you are not somebody, a fool, will be sitting, enjoying from freedom another man has paid the price for. You went there, you sit. Owizi ọnọ n'ikpo, ọnọ n'ikpo akụ onye ọzọ kpara. Ịnọrọ n'ikpo ya azụ ọnọ n'ikpo, you ha anwụ ọnụ. If that man is to be in Biafra land, will he be sleeping and talking? We are good in already made. Already made. Another man's already made, you're not our own already made. We run away. Look at all of us. We run away from our own land into another man's land. With our talents, we die outside without bringing home nothing. So many of us that are, have you not imagined? Have you not imagined that our children, if we do not bring this Biafra now, if we do not fight to restore this Biafra now, do you think I would want my children to go back to Nigeria? Do you think so? No. None of us living in diaspora will want their children to go back to Nigeria. That is why we want to fight with everything in us to bring this freedom. Because we want to take our families home. If we do not bring Biafra, there will be never any life. There will never be any life to go back for. Because we are here in diasporas. We grow old here. Yet so many of us, even at 90, 100 years, they don't want to go home. They prefer to remain outside here and die. Even some of them at their deathbed, they will tell you, do not take my dead body. No carry and go home. Bury am here. So why won't you fight for this freedom? Do you still have any reason? Who have reasons? The woman said, what else should we describe like hell if not this? Make we listen to them.
Manner that Oviateme just reported on. What else could you describe as hell, if not that? Well, let's bring in Dr. Nimmo Bassi, who is the Executive Director of Health of Mother Earth Foundation. Ooh, thank you so much for joining us on this one.
Thank you. Very sad report indeed.
It is. It is really sad. And to think that these people have drawn the attention of the authorities or those involved and nothing, still has been done. What do you make of this?
It's not as though the authorities don't know about the level of damage that is going on in the Niger Delta. The authorities are very much aware of it. The problem is that the region has been designated a sacrificial zone. So the people are disposable, the environment disposable, as long as petrodollars gets into the national coffers. That's what matters. Take the example.
Did you get the message? That the people has been made sacrificial lamb. As long as the land brings the petrol, your life does not. You see, when we tell you that to them, but it is clear. They have made it clearly, they have made it very clear, and they told us that we are minorities. That means we are not involved. We are not included. We should never be included. It doesn't matter. You are not. You doesn't matter. Our lives are not but they are not. We are not matter. Our life does not matter to them. What matters to them is the land. You that are the inhabitants of the land. Your life does not matter. Your generation does not matter. In fact, as long as they are concerned, all they care about is for you to quickly come out for the land. Make the sea road to take everything come out.
Of the case, the fire that's been raging at Ororo 1 oil well off the coast of Ondo State for 4 solid years. And it's in shallow waters. That water is about 7 to 8 meters deep. When the Gulf of Mexico oil blowout happened, that was in waters more than 1 kilometer deep. more than 1,000 meters deep. This is, we're talking about very shallow waters. And this is something that was said could be handled within 6 weeks. But now 4 years has gone by, no action, silence. They know about it.
Wow. Did they remove the video? Ah. I don't know whether they come out the video. What happened? Hold on, let me look for the video. Unbelievable.
But now 4 years has gone by, no action, silence. They know about it, they nod at it, maybe they even look at the video, or there are soldiers protecting the place, but nothing's been done. And now look at this one in the creek that just been reported. For 5 months, it's burning. It's not in the ocean, it's right in the community. And the pollution is not restricted to that community. It's going because the whole Niger Delta is connected with rivers and creeks. So the pollution that is going on there is reaching to other communities all around there.
Because pollution has no borders.
No borders whatsoever. And it affects us, even those in Abuja. Because if you're eating fish from anywhere, nobody stores fish from Okrika, from going to Lagos or going to Cameroon if it doesn't die on the way.
Yeah.
So we're not safe.
Every periwinkle you may buy, or
you know, that lady was talking about how expensive seafood is.
Yeah.
Now it's expensive, and it's also expensive to our health because most of the creeks, the mangrove forests, they're all contaminated. You could see the picture of the spills on the creek. You see the mangrove. The roots are coated. The lower portion are coated with crude oil from the oil spill, and it makes it a very dangerous situation.
Shouldn't somebody be taking responsibility for this?
Well, that's a question. We have the National Oil Spills Detection and Response Agency, NOSRA. And we know the companies whose oil wells have blown up. And in both cases, both the Orodo one oil well and this one at Ofinama, the wells are controlled by NNPC. So it's controlled by the federal government of Nigeria. And so they are responsible for this toxic thing that is allowed to go on unchecked.
And the issue of compensation has really never been discussed or acted upon over the years. I mean, it's not the first, it's not the second time you'd have this kind of situation. Shouldn't people like you be, talking in that direction? The need to compensate people in these communities because they don't have a life anymore.
Absolutely. Life expectancy in the Delta is 41 years. And so there's no life at all. You are snuffed out before you get old enough to understand what is going on. Now, we've always tried not to place the issue of compensation as in the forefront. We're asking for environmental justice. The right of the people to a safe environment is a basic human right. To have a safe environment, the right to water is a human right. And Nigeria is a signatory to the United Nations Declaration of the Right of Water, which was signed in 2010. So we have all these issues. And in fact, in May 2023, the Bayelsa State Oil and Environment Commission issued a report on the state of environment of Bayelsa State. And the report is titled Environmental Genocide, which is very appropriate. That report shows that the average person in Bayelsa State has a share of 1.5 barrels of crude oil of pollution. So every single individual living in that state has it's like you've been battered with 1.5 barrels of crude oil. And all the water bodies are contaminated, sometimes with hydrocarbons up to 1 million times above safe limits. So how do you live in an environment like that? That's why it's time for government to conduct an environmental audit and health audit across the entire region. And in fact, maybe also in Lagos, where you have a big refinery coming on stream, and wherever when it happens in Bauchi or Gombe, when they start drilling oil, the descent must happen. We need to have the health audit to know what is the situation of the health of the people.
Yeah.
So that we know what is killing them or what is making them healthy.
Yeah, because they spoke of, strange ailments that they
there are so many sicknesses connected to oil pollution, all kinds of cancers, miscarriages, health dysfunctions, all kinds of anything evil is attached to oil spills or gas flaring. And so it's not a thing to be toyed with. So what we need is, apart from the audit, we need remediation, the cleanup. We need restoration. Cleanup is not enough. You have to restore the environment so that people's lives can be restored. Replant the mangroves. And then, of course, reparation, which you mentioned. Compensation is essential because the people have lost everything and they deserve to be compensated.
And stress more on the economic and environmental impacts of this, fires and oil spills in the region. What are we looking at in concrete terms?
The way I like to sum it up is that if all the money Nigeria has ever earned from crude oil were to be used in cleaning up the Niger Delta, it may not be sufficient. Because the recklessness with which the corporations, the companies are operating, you can't find it anywhere else. No other region in the world is as polluted as this region in Nigeria with hydrocarbons. There's nowhere else. And so the whole oil economy is a negative economy. If you want to check what will happen, how many lifetimes it's going to take to restore the environment, and we have to start now. Because before we know it, in the coming decades, oil will become a kind of resource that is not so much needed in the world. The world is moving, the world is transiting to renewable energies.
Absolutely.
In fact, some countries are no longer manufacturing internal combustion cars, cars with internal combustion engines. And so before you know it, and this is going to be the reality.
In another 5-10 years, that will be the reality for
and this
so
will be
many.
This will be the symmetry of abandoned equipments. Very sad.
That's a grim picture that you paint there. So how do we take this back? How do we begin the process of remediation that you talk about?
Well,
can we really get the Niger Delta back to the pristine time?
It will take more than one lifetime, but that's why we have to start now. The Ogoni cleanup is an example of how difficult it is to clean just a small part of the Delta. The Ogoni region is not the most contaminated. It's very highly contaminated. But there are other places like in Bayelsa where there's always an oil spill almost every day. There's some heavily contaminated areas like Ikarama communities and others. And so we need to begin now. And, we need to, when the cleanup begins beyond Ogoni, we should engage the best hands. It doesn't have to be, we don't have to play the politics of local content over everything. You need people who have expertise, who have the equipment and the technology to deal with this problem at the scale that we're seeing around us. If we just play, we'll make it a job for the boys, then of course we're going to get the money, you don't live to enjoy it.
It's even interesting you talk about training and ensuring that the skilled manpower is there, but unfortunately it's not there right now. So there's a need for Nigeria to reach out to the international community. Is that what you're saying? And I'm thinking the amnesty program, where you had training for so many, repentant terrorists, for want of a better... Militants, thank you very much. That's the word I was looking for. All these repentant militants, couldn't we have, plowed the 65 or so billion naira that's been spent on amnesty? Well, that's a figure that's been bandied around, in training these people specifically, whether in the areas of, cleaning up the Niger Delta, the polluted areas and what have you.
Well, that's a possibility. But now in Ogoni land, a lot of young people have been trained on issues of remediation, cleanup, and even the women are trained about restoration. They're raising nurseries to plant mangroves in areas that are being cleaned up. So it's an effort to clean up. But then, of course, we need to train more people, and we need to engage the best hands from all over the world. Right. We don't have to just depend on ourselves. We need help, because this is a global disaster. It's just that it's happening in nobody's backyard, so everybody can ignore it and just move on as if nothing is happening. If you visit the Delta, visit the communities, I mean, from what we saw in the video and from what we see in reality, it's an area that is militarized. So you can't go through the creeks. Your dignity is taken away from you. Some places you have to raise your hands until you are told to put down your hands. And then you have these spills occurring everywhere. And children have to swim and drink this polluted water. So it's both a current problem and it's also intergenerational. Yeah. It has intergenerational impact.
Did we hear the same thing again? The man said the same thing again. In the same water, you dive in, polluted. You see the water when the man tests them with a piece of cloth, covered with thick layers of crude. They have to like try to clear the surface to get the water down, and you see the color of the water. They drink it because they have no other water to drink. They have no water to drink any other way, because God have blessed them with oil that they don't even know what oil well looks like. They don't know what the oil well tastes like. But somebody that have never stepped out of his community, from Zamfara, from Jigawa, from Bronu, from whatever, is the owner of the oil wells that are putting them to perpetual suffering, bondage, or hell, like the newscaster explained. What else could be described like hell if not what you are seeing here? These are people. And after looking at all this, you want to tell me Nigeria, is the new Nigeria? These are the people that from beginning of the world, beginning of the discovery of that there was oil, or there is oil in their land has gotten polluted. Every minute of the day, the pollution increases till today. Even as we are talking now, the pollution is adding. No solution to stop it. And there is no mission to tackle the pollution or to take care of. No. No solution to ending the pollution. The pollution has become a normal, and the increase would always be on the height of everything. Pollution. This is what people are telling you, Nigeria. When I talk, you say, somebody will be sleeping and telling you, every fool will wake up to tell you Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa. Is Simon Ekpa the person manning their oil?
Applications.
Thank you so much. We'll have to leave it there. And hopefully authorities, the right authorities, will do something quickly. It's a clear and present danger there in the Niger Delta region. Nim Obasi is Executive Director, Health of Mother Earth Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight.
So, like you see it, that is the way it is. I don't know what to say again. The video have explained everything. The video have explained it all. We have seen it all. You have no choice but to support this freedom. And now, if we do not support this our freedom, if we do not get this our freedom, we are finished. Everybody should wake up. This is not the time somebody will say, there is nothing I could do now. No, everybody have something they can do. There is something you can do. There is something everybody. By the way, try and like this video. Try and like this video. We are in a land where military is in charge, where military has taken over, and you say you are in a democratic system of government. That's why when I look at people, I laugh, I pity them. Yes, my brother Kinsey Odumegu, is offering time. Service, pastor don't preach finish. It's offering time. Look at the houses where they are living inside the water. Did you see brick house? Look at their community. Did you see electricity? They don't know what it look like a telephone. That's the water they drink. They don't know what is called iPhone 10 to iPhone 20 and the iPhone Pro Max. What they are fighting for is to even see common water. A place that before you leave the community, you go live by. If you don't get money to enter boat, you no go comot for that community. You will live and die in that community. When we talk of offering time, that is where we dey go to Biafra Republic government website, do your offering, do your tithe. We need that. We need that. No, P2B don't go to this kind of place. Not Amajiri don't live here now. Here is not Amajiri people. P2B goes to Amajiri people. P2B go only where Amajiri children are. Ọ na-agụ akwa, ọ na-agba anya mmiri. No single one of these communities that are oil producing communities are living good life or have good taste of life. They are all passing through hell because na Chukwu goziri ha ka oil debe ha. Look at the oil. Are you seeing it? That is the water. That is their water. Are you seeing it? That's how they will have to clean it to get water. That is crude that covered it. White cloth, white piece of cloth. Look at the color. I beg, I will stop this program here. Let me see if I can come back. Hey, the Bishop of the Most High. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. I will stop this program here. But one thing I have to beg all of us, support this freedom. Support this freedom. Don't be part of those that will be sleeping and the calling Simon Ekpa name. Don't be part of them. Let us support our own freedom. Let us fight for our own freedom. Please, everybody, we must wake up from this evil slumber. We must not allow their negative or wrong narratives to get us down. We must continue fighting. I have to stop this program here. Try and like this program for me. God bless you all.